RFK Jr. filed to withdraw from the presidential election in Arizona just hours before the deadline, further bolstering rumors that he's set to endorse Donald Trump later today. Kennedy is set to give a speech in Phoenix, Arizona at 2 p.m, which just happens to coincide with a Trump event in the same city just hours later, at which the Trump campaign has promised a special guest will appear. But will any of it matter? Polls show that if RFK merely drops out of the race and doesn't even endorse Trump, a clear majority of his support base will switch to Trump. But Megyn Kelly explained how Kennedy's voters switching to Trump, no matter if it's in the single digits percentage-wise, could end up being crucial in the swing states where Harris and Trump might end up being separated by a mere few thousand votes.
And it's very telling. They're looking at some recent polling and saying that, take Arizona. Trump leads Kamala Harris by 1 point in Arizona, and Bobby Kennedy there taking 5%. So, I mean, important enough that he could definitely sway that race. In Michigan,
yes,
showing Trump, it's basically tied, 45 to 44, Kennedy drawing 4% of the vote. Nevada, another nail biter, saying Trump leads Harris there 43 to 42, 6% behind Bobby Kennedy. North Carolina, 47 to 44 in Trump's favor, 2% backing RFKJ. So it is really interesting how tight it is. Pennsylvania, Harris leads Trump by 2 points, and Wisconsin, she leads him by 4 points. Kennedy's at 4% and 3% respectively.
And some observers think Kennedy's potential endorsement of Trump could end up being worth 6 to 7 million votes. Maybe even 10 million votes if RFK Jr. aggressively campaigns for Trump. I can't believe people are still wasting time arguing about boxers or briefs. Because when it comes to keeping your meat and two veg dry, comfortable and secure, unless you actually want a sweaty and clammy ball sack, which if you do, seek therapy immediately, sheath underwear has settled the argument for good. This is what I'm talking about right here. Invented by a US Army veteran who came up with the idea during his second tour of Iraq, Sheath uses a modern ergonomic design intended to prevent skin-on-skin contact for long durations which can build up heat and sweat. What you get is the most exquisite quality blend of fabrics to ensure less chafing, less readjusting. Oh, that is nice and smooth. It's summer, it's hot, it's hectic, and it can get complicated down there. That's why Sheath has two, count them, two individual compartments to keep everything cool, calm, and collected, providing you with long-lasting comfort and moisture prevention even in the most extreme circumstances. Scientifically engineered and carefully crafted, Sheath's isolation pouch technology is going to keep your boys safely ensconced in their barracks. I mean, why wouldn't you want to treat your crown jewels like royalty? Sheath also uses super fast shipping and your order will arrive in just a few days. Check out all the top reviews on their website to see what other satisfied customers think. And listen to this, Sheath Underwear is now the exclusive partner of the UFC. If anyone knows about underpants, it's gotta be those lads. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. Use code MODERNITY at checkout or go to sheathunderwear.com/modernity for 20% off. Just click the link in the description box down below to take advantage of that massive discount. That's sheathunderwear.com/modernity.
There's a whole kind of demographic in this country that's meaningful in numbers, and it's non-liberal nature people, kind of old-fashioned hippie types. They're not all into neoliberalism, actually. A lot of them still believe in civil liberties. They appreciate nature. They don't want to see it despoiled with chemicals. They don't think Monsanto's like a great company necessarily. And they look at Kamala Harris and who's not even a real person. I mean, it could be anybody, but they look at that machine financed by the banks and pharma, and they think to themselves, you know, I don't have anything in common with these people.
But in a rather arrogant response earlier today, a memo released by Harris campaign operative Ramsey Reed asserted, quote, "Here's what RFK Jr.'s endorsement of Donald Trump would change. Nothing. The little support that remains is soft, split across ideologies and disproportionately among lower propensity voters." Really? If RFK energizes his base by pitching Trump as the last hope against the deep state, an anti-establishment firebrand like himself, while vowing to take them on via his role within a second Trump administration, which the Trump campaign has apparently promised him, the Dems could end up eating their words and regret their refusal to even meet with RFK's team of about a possible role in a Harris cabinet when the feelers were put out weeks ago. RFK may only be polling at around 5% nationally, but that 5% could end up being pivotal. Not to forget, not so long ago, Kennedy was polling nationally in the teens, and he could end up winning some of that support back for Trump, but only if he goes to bat for him on the campaign trail. Will RFK dropping out and endorsing Trump shake up what has been, and let's be honest, since Biden dropped out, a pretty boring presidential race? Let me know in the comments down below. If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website, modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.